Meow. Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome to Saturday, which means I'm finally getting the reading your comments video out for this week. I look a little bit different because I have to use my DSLR camera because my other camera that I like to use is all out of batteries. All three of them are dead because I'm irresponsible. So now I'm using this camera because it actually has a battery that's working right now. So let's get into the comments. Oh, before we get into the comments, there's one thing I have to talk about. Some of you guys have been asking about live streams and when do they happen and things like that. They used to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, I moved, so that changed a little bit. I think I talked about this in an earlier video, but I'm gonna say it again just to make sure people get it. I moved, so now my schedule, because of Zumba, is now going to be Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. The only difference right now is that the Thursday stream is now on Wednesday. Still the same time. So it used to be Thursday 5 p.m., it's now Wednesday 5 p.m. And as for Friday and Saturday, those are still the same. 5 p.m. on Friday, 7 p.m. on Saturday, all Central Time. Now, I might end up switching things around to try to move things up a little bit earlier, maybe add a Sunday time slot, we'll see. Those are things I've been trying to work through, but for now, this is what we got. 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. All right? Good. Let's read some comments. They say real men don't cry. I prefer to think that real men aren't afraid to. I would say go ahead and embrace your emotions and feel what you feel. Because going down the path of, I don't feel anything anymore, and I don't feel emotions, and I've been through so much pain, that it's just easier not to feel emotions anymore. I feel like that's kind of more painful than anything else, because what that does is it results in you just not embracing life for what it is. And some people will give me the spiel of, well, if you say that SwingPoynt, then you've never felt real pain. I've been down the path of it's just easier not to feel anything anymore, and it gets really hard to love things and to love people and things like that, and I've grown out of that, so I guess I'm not really gonna have any of the people who are telling me I don't know what it is to feel bad things. I would just say from my experience that feeling emotions is way better than trying to not feel them, because even if you try to not feel them, you still kinda do, and the fact that you try to not feel them kind of shows that you still have a whole lot of emotions. That's just my perspective on it. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion, but this was a comment that was in my comments, so I made a comment about it. So, that's what I got. Wait a second, that VR porn company that started in 2069 facepalm. Okay, now the reason I picked this comment out is because one, it's a really funny thing that happens in the Valhalla playthrough that we've had. Two, I think there's already VR porn. I'm pretty sure there are some games on the Oculus Rift. I think Oculus Rift is kind of the front runner when it comes to porn in VR. I don't know if the Vive and I definitely don't think Sony has anything porn related in their stuff. I think there are some adult VR experiences available on the Oculus. I don't have a consumer Oculus, I have like an Oculus DK2. I could probably play some Oculus games, but it wouldn't look quite as nice, it wouldn't feel quite as nice, I don't know. But I've never tried out VR porn, so if anybody's tried it, please, in the comments down below, let me know how your VR porn experience was. Hey, look at the likes! So I'm guessing what this is there's actually been a glitch going around on YouTube where there'll be a video that has like a few thousand views, but it'll have like 80,000 likes. And some people get really confused about that. Some people think it's like malicious and that people are trying to bot and things like that. All it is, from what I've been able to tell, is a glitch. I've never seen it happen, but people have shown me screenshots of it happening. I don't ever see it on my end with the dashboard and the analytics that I have, but people have told me that they'll see a video and it has like an unbelievable amount of likes compared to the views that it has. So it's a glitch going around YouTube right now. Those things happen from time to time, and that just happens to be one of them that's roaming about. Hey Swing, I just wanted to say I really love your thumbnails. They're always creative and unique. About how much time do you normally spend making these? So the answer to that question, specifically how long does it take me, is that really depends. Sometimes it takes me less than 2 minutes. Sometimes it could take me up to an hour. It really depends on how inspired I'm feeling, what I feel like doing. And I would say the hardest part when it comes to making a thumbnail is knowing what you want to do. That is easily the part that takes the longest, like every single time. Doing the act of making a thumbnail and making it look a certain way, if you already know what you want to do, that doesn't take that long. What takes forever is, oh, do I want it to kind of look like this, or touch it up a little bit like this, or what do I even want to do to begin with, or you take everything you've been working on, you throw it out because you just thought it was going to be something and it turned out to not be that. I'm pretty fluent in Photoshop. I'm by no means somebody who's a professional, but I can get around it pretty well. And the biggest thing for me isn't how to do things, it is knowing what to do. So when I make a thumbnail, like I did thumbnails for Inside and Evolve, I've been putting a little bit more effort into those for the most part. And the biggest struggle with those isn't the act of making them, again, it's just really figuring out what did I want to do. And usually what helps is when I have something to kind of inspire the thumbnail. So the secret ending to Inside, that thumbnail, that was super simple because that was like a scene that happened in the game. All I did was like squat down, take a picture of myself, and then do the rest in Photoshop to try and make it look like the scene did in the game. And then some of the Evolve stuff, I kind of just thought of that from scratch. Like one of them is me just going, ah, which that's really not that intimidating because the other side was the monster going, ah. And then one of them was me like roaring up into the sky. That one was probably, I don't want to say the hardest to make, but it was definitely the one that I had to think about the most because there was nothing else that really looked like that for me to reference. So I just kind of made that up from scratch in here, thinking of like a monster screaming up in the sky. Again, it really just depends on what I feel like doing and what resources I already have available to me. So like, let's say a Valhalla thumbnail. Pretty much all I do is take a screenshot, turn it into a smart object, and blur out the background except for the person, and I'm done. Like there's like nothing else to it. It takes like 2 minutes. But then a thumbnail like the one where I'm screaming up into the sky, that took, I don't know, probably half hour, 45 minutes because I had to think about what I wanted to do. I had to go ahead and take the picture. I had to come back down here. I had to really figure out how to make it look good, things like that. And then again, the biggest part was I didn't even really know what I wanted it to look like. It just kind of ended up turning out that way. So that's my input on thumbnail making. And the biggest thing I would say when you're making a thumbnail is just make it so that when it's tiny, you can still see what's going on because that's what people see with thumbnails, tiny things. Does anyone know the background music? Please tell me, guys. Thank you. Okay, so I use a bunch of different songs for every single video and it gets really hard for me to answer every single question that I get like this because I never really know which song I use. Like what I do is I use a program, or not a program, a website called Epidemic Sound, and anybody can use it. It's really nice actually. So if you're a YouTuber, you can get like their YouTube subscription, and then based on the amount of views that you get each month, you can go ahead and get a subscription from Epidemic Sound. You get their entire library unlocked, and then if you ever leave your subscription, you don't have to worry about the songs getting content ID'd afterwards. So I like to use them, and then what I do is I just like every once in a while go through a bunch of songs on there, click, do I like this one? I download it, and then I throw it into my big folder that I have on my computer of Epidemic Sound, and then in terms of what song I use where, I don't even really know the names. So I would have to like go into the project file and try to find exactly what the song is at a certain point, and I usually I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So what I would say, if you really want help figuring out what SwingPoynt music is, go ahead and just look up Epidemic Sound, see if you like them, and then check out some of the stuff they have on there, because that's where I get like all of my music that I throw in the background, like all of it. I don't use any other source other than Epidemic Sound, because the rest of them don't have that content ID feature where you don't have to worry about it if you ever leave the subscription service. So that's what I got for that. Jill being able to concentrate is worth it. Trust me, there will be times when you need it. This is talking about our Valhalla playthrough. Also, I love how you address the issues in this game, or should I say react to them. Some other YouTubers are either completely silent with non-emotional reading tone, or are being too vehement about their opinions, which are suitable only for some people. The way you're expressing on what's inside is casual yet intimate and quite light to hear because it doesn't sound forced. I would love to hear more of your thoughts on whatever you're feeling or thinking about this game and what's in it. Hope you like this game as much as I do. Okay, I love Valhalla. We just got done with Chapter 1, and I didn't realize how long this game was. We're only like halfway done with the freaking game. Maybe not even halfway done. So there's gonna be a Chapter 2 and a Chapter 3, so there's a lot more of Valhalla left. I thought I was getting close to done, but I'm not. But as for the point in this comment, I mean, I tried to talk in my videos like I would talk to a person, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you guys are people too? I don't ever want to come across as somebody who is sitting behind their screen and acts like a big macho man, but if you were to see me in person, I'd be not the same person. I like to talk the same way I talk to a person, so that includes, you know, being respectful, being aware of other people's viewpoints that are different than my own and still respecting theirs, and just trying to not come across as brash, because I know that when people are super aggressive or super extreme, it makes it so that you can't really get a word in because you're too scared of how they're gonna freak out at you. So, I don't know. I try to be nice. I try to say how I would say things in real life, I guess. I don't know. Thank you for the compliment, though. I try to just be myself, and I am glad that you like that. So, thank you. Holy man, that's all the comments I had for today. So, thank you guys so much for watching this little spiel here. Again, the live streams are going to be Wednesday, Friday, Saturday instead of Thursday, Friday, Saturday like they used to be. To repeat, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. We cool? We cool. Okay, so that means there's going to be a live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Hopefully I get this video out in time. Yeah, I should get it out in time. So, thank you guys for watching. If we have any other updates on the schedule for streaming, follow me on Twitter. You can go ahead and do it right now. Pause the video, do it right now. I got a link in the description. Follow me on Twitter because that's where I post updates to these types of things. If you ever want to know what's going on or when a stream comes out, that's your best way to do it, because even if you're following me on YouTube, the notification system doesn't always work. But Twitter, that always works. I don't know why those guys got it figured out, no one else does. So, if you want to go ahead, follow me on Twitter. That's how you will always be aware of when I'm live streaming or any other updates with the channel, or if you just want to see me tweet about random crap. Trust me, it's an experience. So, thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next video that we do around here. Mwah, mwah, mwah.